All right, good morning, Thailand. My name is Alex.
And I'm Jay.
And we got some news updates for you from around the land of smiles today, this Wednesday, May 21st. Before we begin, please make sure to subscribe to the Thaiger to stay up to date on all things Thailand. Now, today, we'll be talking about a whole bunch of smugglers getting nabbed, the relaxation of alcohol rules due to safety concerns, and a little later, some drama unfolding in South Korea thanks to the one, the only Kanye West. Before we begin, though, let's take a quick word from our sponsor, Jay.
Yeah, Alex, I just want to say I love it when you say the word nabbed. Makes it sound fun.
Thank you. Yeah.
Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, this show is brought to you by Fazwaz. If you've ever thought about buying real estate property, there's really no other website better than Fazwaz.com.
Yeah.
They probably have the largest listings in Thailand. So, and they also have 3D tours, so you can check out your apartment, whether you want to rent it, whether you want to buy it, whether you want to sell it, and houses as well, all across Thailand. So check out Fazwaz, the largest real estate portal in Thailand.
Oh, that's fancy 3D tours, huh?
is.
And not to mention
Love a good 3D tour.
Multilingual support. They're always there for you,
Yeah.
whatever language you speak.
Yeah, even in French and Arabic.
Yeah, Swahili?
Just in case you were
They're working
wondering.
on that one, but
Yeah.
probably not yet. Anyways, check out Fazwaz. All right, now, first story today we have is an update about the UK teenager who was caught in Georgia, who was thought to be missing here in Thailand. Well, that teen is now facing life in prison in Georgia over her cannabis smuggling scheme. That's right, the UK teenager Bella Cully, who is only 18 years old, reported missing during a solo trip to Thailand, has been found in Georgia under arrest for allegedly smuggling 14 kilograms of cannabis products. She was caught at the Tbilisi airport with 12 kilograms of marijuana and 2 kilograms of hashish, and now faces charges that carry a possible sentence of 20 years to life. Currently held in pretrial detention until July 1st, Cully appeared visibly distressed in court and is reportedly pregnant. Ooh, drama. Her family has traveled to Georgia but hasn't yet been allowed to visit her. British and Georgian legal teams are now involved in the high-stakes case. This girl is having a lot of life thrown at her very quickly. My God.
She's pregnant as well.
Yeah. Wild. Like, I don't know. This is like... a lot of people are saying that this was like she just was like a wannabe gangster thing. The weird part of it was that she did fall off the map for a while and then appeared this
in
kind
Georgia,
of way.
of all places.
Right,
Yeah.
very strange. I'm curious to see how the details keep unfolding from this case to see who, like this, certainly there's no way she was doing this on her own, right? There's got to be a greater conspiracy going on here. And if more of that comes to light, we can have a better understanding of what exactly was her role in all of this. But boy, they are not messing around.
Yeah.
Kind of makes me sad though, we have legal cannabis here. There's legal cannabis in a lot of parts of the world. Unsettling to see somebody facing up to a life sentence for smuggling something that is very much legal in many parts of the world, including many parts of not too far away from Georgia. So, yeah, I guess we'll see how it keeps going.
All right. Well, for now, we're going to move on to our next story. Same, but slightly different. Ex-air hostess has been arrested in Sri Lanka with £1.5 million worth of cannabis. Former British air hostess Charlotte May Lee, 21, has been arrested in Sri Lanka after customs officers at Colombo Airport discovered 46 kgs of high-grade Kush cannabis worth £1.5 million in her luggage from Bangkok. Authorities say it's the airport's biggest Kush bust and suspect organized crime involvement. Once employed by TUI and recently working as a lash technician, Lee had been celebrating her birthday in Thailand before returning abroad. Her arrest shocked friends and family, who described her as a hardworking and upbeat person. The UK Foreign Office is offering consular support as the investigation unfolds. Yeah, not your regular small dose of hash there.
That was quite a haul. And it was interesting to me. She was doing this after being an air hostess. You have definitely heard of air hostesses doing this kind of stuff before.
And you'd think, guys, I think other countries would have realized as well. If you're flying from Bangkok, you might have a higher probability with large amounts of cannabis in your luggage. So it's not, it's not even smart. I don't get it.
No, not at all. Like that's definitely the thing. Every flight I've been on out of Thailand going to other places, strong warnings. Yeah. Strong warnings like if you have any cannabis, you are screwed. Okay, like even small amounts, something like that. So the fact that these girls, it's all young people too, like brash and throwing away large chunks of their lives for it. So guys, definitely not worth the risk. Just smoke it here, smoke it wherever get it wherever you're going. The smuggling is not going to pay off. Damien Jesser with the great reference, Jackie Brown. You ever see that Tarantino movie?
Yeah, of course.
Fantastic. But yeah, not to be strived for though.
Lewis.
Guess what? We're not done with the smuggling.
Okay.
Well, we've saved our juiciest one for last.
Tell me more.
Right, an Australian has been caught with 22 kilograms of crystal meth at a Bangkok airport.
There we go. Back in the days of good old meth.
Indeed. Australian national Tran Hui Bao Kang, who's 28 years old, was arrested at Bangkok Suvarnabhumi Airport after authorities discovered 22 kilograms of crystal meth, known as ice in Australia, in his luggage. Caught before boarding a flight to Melbourne, Kang's bags were flagged by the airport's X-ray system. The drugs, worth about 6.6 million baht locally and up to 23 million baht in Australia, are believed to be linked to an international drug syndicate. The bust highlights Thailand's intensified efforts to crack down on smuggling via air routes, with investigations now underway into the network behind the shipment. This one at least makes a little more sense to smuggle. That one's not legal anywhere, right?
Yeah,
but crime doesn't pay.
Crime does not. We've learned that by now. Otherwise, you'll end up here.
What's wild to me is that, okay, this was 22 kilograms, right? That's like the entirety of your baggage allowance?
Yeah, pretty much.
Like,
I bought extra luggage.
yeah. I don't know what the thought process is here. Like, it's probably gonna work, right? Like, and this guy's 28.
Wouldn't it?
Yeah, this guy's 28. Frontal lobe's developed. Like, he should know better than that. But, I don't know what's worse, getting caught here or getting caught in Australia with that.
Oh, definitely in Australia.
You think it's worse in Australia? Like, what the punishment would be?
I think they're a lot more stricter. No,
I'm not sure.
I think the prisons here are worse. Obviously, you don't want to be in a Thai prison.
Yeah.
But then again, I don't think you want to be in an Australian prison either. Just don't be in a prison.
Yeah. That's good advice.
Good
Jay.
advice.
I appreciate
Thanks,
that.
man. That's what I do. This is the cutting edge information that we provide.
We are
our
the moral
live
compass
viewers.
of Thailand, everybody.
All right.
Serious story
Yeah.
next.
Uh-oh.
We
Here
gotta,
go. Our next story talks about a Thai mother that's been arrested for, forcing an 11-year-old daughter into prostitution. A shocking and horrible story coming out of Hua Hin, where a 13-year-old girl has revealed she was forced into prostitution at the age of 11 by her mother and aunt to pay for drugs and daily loan debts. The abuse came to light after she confided in her father, who contacted the Pavina Foundation. Both the girl and her younger sister have been taken into protective care. The mother has been arrested and confessed to arranging multiple encounters with a 50-year-old man for cash. She faces charges of human trafficking and child exploitation. Police are pursuing the aunt and the man involved as the investigation continues. Horrible, horrible people out there doing horrible things.
shocking. Like your own flesh and blood, like the fruit of your loins, like to put them in that situation.
Yeah, I mean, like brave girl for actually, confiding in her father and the father seeking for help immediately and trying to bring these people into justice. I can't even imagine the trauma and the things that she's going to have to deal with growing up. But hopefully this young lady can, find some help.
Brave of her to come forward. Like, she confided in her father, which obviously led to what the hell's going on. And I'm glad the dad sprung into action and made this situation end. The trauma will be with her for life. And the scary aspect about this to me is the drugs. Like drugs can make you do absolutely crazy things. It's a little ambiguous as to what drugs it was. I would imagine this sounds like a meth thing to me.
Well, April McKinley in the chat says sick, and I agree. I mean, it's absolutely sick. And I need to correct myself. I said young lady earlier. That's a child.
For sure. Yeah. Forced to grow up too soon, man. Tough stuff. All right. Sorry, guys. I had to get the abysmal story out of the way so we could get on to some good news. I do have some happier, uplifting stuff for us. And guess what? Our first one is a bit of a surprise. Coming out of Pattaya. Get this, guys. Pattaya has been named among ASEAN's safest cities for 2025.
Sure.
Who knew? You wouldn't know that watching our channel. But guess what? Pattaya has earned a spot among ASEAN's top 10 safest cities for 2025, ranking 9th with a safety index score of 53.9, according to global database Numbeo, known more for its nightlife than safety. The city's inclusion signals a dramatic image shift driven by enhanced infrastructure, policing, and family-friendly tourism efforts. Chiang Mai topped the list, believe it or not, followed quickly by Singapore and Davao. Bangkok also made the top 10. The recognition supports Thailand's broader tourism push with nearly 13 million visitors already in 2024 and ambitious targets for year-end arrivals and revenue. A stronger safety reputation could be key to reaching them.
Okay.
Yay!
There we go.
We're safe.
We're safe.
I mean, come on. Honestly, that's what. Look, we do a lot of crazy stories here.
Yeah. We were in Pattaya last week. I felt safe.
Yeah. I'll be there again this weekend. I've always felt safe in Pattaya. I've never felt threatened.
Just don't be a tourist with a gold chain walking around at 3 a.m. on Pattaya Beach.
And don't pick fights with the local sex workers, okay?
Yeah.
Like, that's another solid advice. Those things make the headlines, but honestly, I know like everybody who comes here from like Western countries or other places of the world, almost the universal sentiment is it is safer here than where I come from. And here's some
quick
evidence.
applause and shout out to the PR team of Pattaya. Well done.
Good job.
I don't know how you did it, but well done.
The list. Do you guys want to know the full list just really quickly
I
before
wanna
we're
know the
going?
full
Hold
list.
on, let me see. So
Give it to me, baby.
Chiang Mai number 1.
Okay.
Singapore number 2, Davao, Philippines number 3, Penang, Malaysia 4, Hanoi, Vietnam 5, Makati, Philippines 6, Bangkok 7, Iloilo, Philippines number 8, 9 Pattaya, and then Johor Bahru, Malaysia number 10.
I think I would still put my money on Singapore being number 1. Chiang Mai is probably very safe. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I love Chiang Mai. I love Thailand in general, but something in my brain tells me that Singapore would possibly be more safe. I mean, they don't mess around with their
Unless
laws
you are a criminal, then it is very much not safe for you.
True. That is true.
Anyways, good news. A little bit of happy news for you.
All right, moving on to our last story today. Thailand relaxes alcohol laws, sparking public safety concerns. Well, it depends on how you see it. Yeah.
Right.
Here we go. Thailand has relaxed its alcohol laws as of 13th of May, easing licensing rules to support small brewers and boost economic growth, particularly in rural areas. The move is expected to help local craft producers expand and compete internationally. However, the Alcohol Watch Network, who knew that existed, has voiced strong concerns, warning that easier access could lead to more alcohol-related deaths, traffic accidents, and public health costs. With Thailand already reporting one of Asia's highest road deaths, critics urge the government to monitor the impact closely and ensure safety measures keep pace with economic liberalization. I think someone's missing the kind of point. Just because people are producing more alcohol doesn't necessarily mean that people will buy more alcohol. There'll just be more flavors available.
Right. It's just like more competition in the market. It's not like there isn't loads of alcohol available in Thailand. It's just a matter of allowing smaller operations to enter the market, which I think is a good thing.
And I love how they always bring up road deaths. Yes, I mean, drink driving is a real problem. But however, speeding and driving without a helmet on a motorbike is also a legitimate problem that you can see on a daily basis.
Not to mention the other substances that get abused, illegal substances that get abused for drivers as well. So a lot of people, a lot of professional drivers here in Thailand, they end up like getting on the yaba, the
How dare you,
ice.
Alex?
It's a real issue because they're forced to drive long routes and they need to be more efficient. So where there's economic incentives that way, you're going to get people who are going to abuse things in the other way. So, I think that there is good cause for concern, but I don't think that the answer is to stop this from happening. I think this is just generally a good thing for consumers.
The reason this is good is because there are still a lot of companies that produce alcohol in Thailand that are actually not based in Thailand. So I'm not going to name any names, but this is well-known knowledge as well. There's a very popular craft brewery in Phuket that actually produces their alcohol in Australia, I believe it was.
Vietnam, usually they do.
Yeah, Vietnam, Cambodia, Australia, and then they import it back in.
Right, yeah. That's wild to me.
Yeah, because you can't create that in Thailand, especially if you're like a foreign and they have like multiple laws regarding it.
Quick little anecdote about this. You know, it was Jimmy Carter in America that
Love
first...
Jimmy C.
Not the best president, but this was a good idea. I mean,
thought it was a musician.
It wasn't very... No, the president, Jimmy Carter.
Okay.
that threw me for a loop. Yeah, he was the first one to liberalize this policy, similar to what Thailand's trying to do now in the 1970s. I know America's craft brewery scene is like, it's a major part of our culture. And before that, it was only large breweries like it is in Thailand. So I'm excited to see the growth and development of that scene here in Thailand, because I am a craft beer guy.
Yeah.
And right now, if you want craft beers in Thailand, it's a bit expensive. So
Shout out to Full Moon Brewery. I love Full Moon.
Full Moon?
Shalawan.
Yeah.
Basaba.
Yeah, I know the Full Moon guy.
Yeah.
I know that guy. And Mahanakon. Shout out to Mahanakon as well. Those are some great ones.
Yeah.
Alchemist says, great channel sub, first live. Thank you.
Nice. Welcome, Alchemist.
And he says,
great channel for now. Just give it some time.
I like us.
Yeah.
All right. That'll do it for our Thailand section of the news. We're going to head into our ASEAN section. Before we begin, a quick other shout out to our main men and women over at Fazwaz.
Yeah. How dare you, Alex? Disgusting.
But yeah, all your real estate needs, buy, rent, sell. Go check them out. All right. Well, anyways, guys, onto our ASEAN Now section. Our first stop is Cambodia, where a bit of somber news. Cambodia is marking its 50 years since the Khmer Rouge's rise with a day of remembrance. Cambodia marked the 50th anniversary of the Khmer Rouge's genocidal regime on its National Day of Remembrance, with around 2,000 people gathering at Chong Ek killing fields. Student actors, I should say, reenacted the atrocities that led to the deaths of 1.7 million people between 1975 and 1979. Survivors shared harrowing memories, while younger generations learned about the regime's brutality through performance and education. First declared a quote-unquote day of hatred in 1984, the commemoration now focuses on honoring victims. Prime Minister Hun Manet urged citizens to remember the past while protecting peace and stability for the future. Have you ever been over to the killing fields at all?
Yes, I have.
Yeah. I have not been. I'm not sure I can handle the emotional toll.
Yeah, it's difficult. I'm not going to lie, it's difficult.
Yeah. How was your experience? Yeah.
It was eye-opening. I wasn't even aware of a lot of the things. And there's a nice tour that you can actually take, and yeah, emotional, and it just hits you, man. I mean, the atrocities and the war crimes that were committed.
I saw a documentary, a very good documentary called The Act of Killing, that followed some of the Khmer Rouge, basically, enforcers. And these guys were still alive. Like some 40 years afterwards, they're like in their 60s or 70s.
Yeah.
And they're just very casually talking about all of the very creative ways that they were just killing and murdering people. And they're still alive, walking around free.
Yeah.
I don't know how you recover from that trauma as a nation, but good luck, Cambodia. And I think one of the big ways is actually looking back, acknowledging that this happened, and trying to reconcile it in some kind of way, even though it seems impossible.
It's impossible to even understand. Like, I mean, I guess you have to be in war, like the things that humans are capable of, like the atrocities, like killing babies and stuff. I mean, no matter what part of the army you are, how do you kill babies?
Yeah, it's absolute insanity, man.
Anyways, let's move on.
Yeah.
We're going to move on to our next story regarding Indonesia and gig workers who are protesting, demanding 10% cap on GoJek and Grab fees. Here we go. Thousands of Indonesian ride-hailing and food delivery drivers rallied across cities like Jakarta and Surabaya on May 20th, demanding a 10% cap on commission fees charged by GoJek and Grab. Protesters say current 20% cuts, along with fuel and maintenance costs, leave them struggling to earn a living, sometimes at the cost of their lives. Driver unions also want discounted fare schemes scrapped. GoJek and Grab argue that the commission is essential to sustain operations and quality of service, though both say they are open to dialogue. The protests highlight deep tensions in Indonesia's growing gig economy. Yeah, go at it. 20%. Come on now.
I don't know, but just incredible images seeing like thousands of people hitting the streets in solidarity.
You gotta respect your GoJek, your Grab, your Food Panda drivers. They're doing God's work. They're providing you with your meals daily, going through this traffic, putting their life on the line. It might sound like, come on now. No, they're putting their life on the line because these guys they don't earn that much, and they have to make more and more deliveries to get that done.
Yeah, the more time you spend on the road, the more risk there is.
Our next story talks about Kanye West canceled in South Korea. Kanye West's planned concert in South Korea on May the 31st has been canceled by organizer Kupang due to recent controversies, including the release of a song titled Hail Hitler that glorifies the Nazi leader. What?
Told you.
The decision comes amid ongoing backlash over West's anti-Semitic behavior, which previously led Adidas to end their Yeezy partnership. Ticket vendor Interpark confirmed full refunds for all purchases, and Coupang has also pulled Yeezy merchandise from sale. The move reflects South Korea's zero-tolerance stance on hate speech and public pressure surrounding West's behavior. How does he think he can get away with this? I mean, how much lower can he go?
He is very mentally unwell, clearly, and a lot of people have marked the death of his mother to be the beginning of his downward spiral.
Yeah.
After that, but yeah, I think a lot of what Kanye does is he's intending to be controversial in order to spark conversation about him.
No, but this is controversial, and then there's just
we've gone too far.
Yeah.
He's selling swastika merch. He's releasing songs called Heil Hitler.
I mean,
strong, edgy teenager vibes. You know
yeah.
what I mean?
I'd watched an interview with Cat Williams talking about this in the sense that, the world's kind of weird as well in the sense that we know this person is, obviously not mentally stable, yet we still continue to watch and comment and act on his behavior. But then again, he does do these kinds of things. So,
you can only look at a car crash for so long.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like the crazy is, not even interesting anymore.
Yeah. I don't even know if I miss the old Kanye.
It's getting harder to separate the art from the artist, that's for sure. But, dude, my beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, that was one of my all-time favorite albums. Sad to see him go this way. But I don't know. We can...
All right.
Plenty of bad artists we still listen to.
Yeah, true. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, those are some of the stories from across Thailand and around ASEAN. You can find all of these stories and more on thetiger.com and join in the conversation and let your comments be known in Thailand's largest news forum.
That's ASEANnow.com.
That's right.
Oh, I forgot to plug. Tan, do you still have the banner from yesterday? Pop that up, baby. If you are in Pattaya, everybody, this weekend on May 24th, I will be hosting a big show featuring some international headlining comedians who have decades of experience between a lot of us. And we are about halfway sold out, which is very good for this time. Usually, most of the ticket sales happen at this time. The other 3 shows that we've done down there, we were selling 10 to 15 at this time, with a bunch of the tickets coming later. So being halfway sold out right now is incredible for us, which means that we're probably going to be fully sold out. So everybody, get your tickets now. It's on Saturday down in Pattaya at the Siam Design Hotel, and because it's a Saturday, we'll be having some drinks afterwards. So if you want to come and party with me, I suggest you book them now. They're on megatix.com. You can Google Pattaya Night Live, and you'll be able to find it. All right. Yeah.
Phil Koo.
Phil Koo will be there.
Phil Koo will be there. Everything has been restored back to normal.
Yes.
Phil Koo will be there.
All is right in the universe.
Yes.
All right. Well, anyways, now let's dive into the comments and see what our lovely, loyal viewers have to say.
If you like that story, please like and subscribe. And for more Thailand news, follow us on Instagram, YouTube, or TikTok at The Thaiger, or you can go to thetiger.com and join the conversation.